going on, y'all? Benny coming back at you again, one vape at a time, and we got a little something different to look at today. We are checking out the new Constant Contact mech mod from Unicorn Vape Co. That's not gonna really focus for me. New Constant Contact mech from Unicorn Vape Co., also being referred to as the Vert, and it's this sexy little thing right there. Got it topped off with the Axial RDA, also from Unicorn and Mass Mods. Not my favorite RDA, but it just looks so damn good on here. I had to put it on, at least for the video, if nothing else, right? So we're going to dive down and take a little closer look at it. I am still recording all this shit on my phone. Not really editing anything, but I'm building a computer, so if I find some time, maybe I'll start editing these videos someday soon. Maybe not. Probably not. But we'll see. Let's dive down and check it out. Alright, y'all. So this is the, as I said, the Vert mod from Unicorn Vape Co. We'll get back to that in a second. First, we're going to run through this box real quick and see what it's got. Because, I mean, it's a mech mod, so what all could possibly come in the box, right? Well, I have been playing with this. It's not just an out-of-the-box review. First off, you know, got your battery adapter. The Vert will do 21,700, 2,700, and 18,650 with that little adapter. Seems like everything comes with those these days. It also comes with these nifty little customizable rings. These were the ones that were actually on it when I got it, but I'm not a gold guy, so we swapped them out. We can throw them back on there and see what you guys think. But see, basically it was like this when it came in. We got these silver rings on here. You can pull those off, replace them with the gold and black. Got the one right there with the little unicorn on it. Got the one at the bottom here that says Unicorn Vapes Incorporated. Only thing I like about this other one, that's where you find your serial number. Number 231. Still a fairly low number. These are available, as far as I know right now, just from Canada. You can pick one up over at rangervapes.com. I think they're like $119.99. Definitely worth it. This is a great little mod. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You get those little customizable rings, the battery adapter. I'm not going to try to wrestle this thing out of here. You do get an additional spring, which is part of the button assembly. I'll show you where that goes in, but I'm not going to pull it out. But that's pretty straightforward. That's what comes in the box on your Constant Contact Vert mod. First off, we'll just pull this thing all the way apart and have a little look at it before we start taking it apart. I will say the threads on this thing are super nice. You probably hear my watch rattling, but the threads don't make a bit of noise. So, right there on the top, you got your Unicorn Vapes Incorporation branding as well. These right here are going to be your vent holes. And I don't know if you can make that out, but there is also a little channel there. So even when your RDA is on there, it creates a little extra space for the gases or whatever come out, should, heaven forbid, your batteries ever vent on you. But let's just pop this thing all the way apart and we'll check it out. That battery in there is going dead anyway, but I knew I was taking it apart for you guys, so I figured I'd wait. These rings are relatively snug on here. Kind of like an RDA when you first get the cap. You just got to kind of give them a little twist and wiggle them off. I don't know if the camera is necessarily going to pick it up. No, it's going to focus on my hand. But you do have a couple O-rings on here. So it does keep these rings nice and snug even whenever you don't have your caps on there. Let me see here. We'll throw these back on and give you a quick look at how it is with the black and gold rings on it. Beautiful threading, beautiful machine work on this thing. I mean, I've not had a lot of these, not necessarily high-end mechs, but sort of middle-end. Like, I've been using the Keen, and then I got this in recently. I've been using it because I love the feel of it in my hand. And also, my Keen is copper, and who wants to run around smelling like they've been playing with a handful of pennies all day? As you see, though, these things are real tight. You gotta give them a little twist to get them on there. But, let's see, we'll throw that back on there. But see, I don't know if you guys can hear that, if I can get my watch to be quiet, but I mean, beautiful, beautiful machine work on this thing. You know, when it comes to a mech, there's nothing worse than some crunchy threads, not wanting to do what it's supposed to do. And then that right there, I mean, that button is so squishy and nice. Got your little unicorn vapes. Got the old English U on the bottom. So that's what it looks like if you put the black on there. I mean, it's pretty freaking slick with the black and gold. But I just didn't have anything gold that I liked enough to throw on top of it. And that axial on there is pretty freaking sexy. I just have to play around with builds and that thing and get it out. Constant contact. The greatest thing to hit magma. It's got a little glare there. Sorry guys, I'm doing this by natural light. There's a window right over here to the left, but it's a lot better than having a light right on me. We wouldn't see anything. Got the nice big contact on there. I thought this was a peak insulator, but I'm sort of starting to think it's more of a white Delrin. But see, you got that nice constant contact. See, you push your button and the pin inside is going to make contact. That button right there is never going to move on you. So you can push that button and it doesn't move. Gotta love constant contact. Don't have to worry about arcing with the batteries and tearing things up. So I found out how this button came apart today by mistake. I'm not even gonna lie. I was looking at to see if you could adjust the throw any on it, and I dropped it and it blew up. But luckily it's super well made, so it didn't do any harm. See? Get it apart, and that right there, that is that extra spring that I was showing you in the box. That's this guy right here, just a replacement in case you start getting a little bit extra squishy after using it for a long time. So, you know, you can pull that guy right there out. And then you got your nice, you got that screw that's sort of like a half sphere. I don't know. Of course, it's not going to focus. Yeah, it's kind of focusing there. It's not really coming out on camera, but they also use some of that conductive lubricant on it, which is really nice. I've come to find out that's a great thing to keep on your different parts in your mech, because, you know, a little extra conductivity never hurts. These right here are actually, as you can see, you pull the bottom part of the button assembly out, that's just the ring that it sits into, sort of a housing. These are your magnets and stuff, which it's kind of interesting, because if you can see that, they're actually 4 individual magnets. I'm not going to pull them all the way off, because I had a hell of a time getting them lined back up earlier. Like I said, I dropped this thing, saw one of the 4 pieces go flying, and thought, oh shit, I just destroyed my magnets. But luckily I picked it up, found out it was supposed to be that way, and see, then it just drops and sits right there inside of your button housing. I really love the design on this because it works great, and it's really pretty simple, honestly. Got your solid silver spring in there. I didn't mention, but so we have the nice big constant contact. That is silver plated. The entire housing of the mod is brass. I'm not sure if that contact is, so I assume it's silver plated copper, but I guess it could be brass since everything else is. Let's see if it actually mentions anything here on the box. Let's see if I can get that where you can read. Constant contact mechanical mod was 0 arcing, 28 and 26 millimeter body. So with those curves on it, you know, it's going to be 28 at those widest points about where those rings are, and then shift from 26 to 28 in between. Brass construction, which is the tube itself, like I said, fits 21, 20, and 18650. Looks like extra O-rings. I've done a little bit of research on this, but like I say, they don't have it a whole lot of places. I haven't seen any videos up for it. I'm sure there are some out there, but I haven't seen them yet. I don't remember which one of these batteries was the good one. You know, we're using a mech here, so you always got to make sure you've got good battery wraps on. I re-wrap mine probably more often than what is truly necessary, but hey, it's a lot better than blowing it up in my hand, right? Alright, so we didn't tighten that all the way back down because we don't have an RDA on there, because there was something else I wanted to show you. Again, something I'm not sure if it's going to really come out on camera, but look at that nice venting. I mean, obviously, this one's going to be covered because it's hybrid, but you got them nice vent holes on the end of it. Looks like what appears to be, feels like Delrin on the inside. That's always good, so in case you have a little snag in your battery wrap that you maybe don't see, you got that little extra layer of protection. But you should definitely never count on the battery, you know, Delrin tube. Sorry about slapping the camera, guys. Always make sure your battery wraps are in good condition. Don't rely on something on the mod, you know what you're doing, or stick with something regulated. It's better to be safe than to become one of these stories on the news that the FDA is using against us. And that's pretty well it. You know, that's it with the black and gold rings on it. Still looks pretty good with the axial, but I don't have a gold cap for it, so I felt like it looked better with the silver. I mean, it's got a nice throw on it. My build that I have in here is not too crazy hot right now. I think it's like a 0.18, so it does have a little bit of a ramp up time. So we're going to jump up top. I'm going to have a little vape on it, give you my thoughts, and that'll be that. It'll be another one vape at a time. Alright guys, we're back. So that's the Unicorn Mac mod. I mean, it's pretty straightforward if you're a Mac user. It's really hard to be innovative in that game these days. You know, you just want something that's safe, something that's made of good quality, and something that hits hard. I will say this little guy right here, when I put a little more rowdy build on it, it definitely hits hard, but it's no slouch either way. And the form factor on it is just unbelievable. Like I said, I was using the Keen a lot before this, and I love the form factor on the Keen. They each have one thing going for them that this one doesn't. This one has a little bit more slim body on the center of it, which I've got kind of small hands, so that's convenient for me. But I also love how the Keen and the Dreamer have their cutouts sort of on an angle, you know, that natural angle that your thumb and hand want to sit when you're hitting that button. So that's probably going to be about my only con, and it's fairly subjective. It's just if there would have been some way to create a natural angle with that cutout would have been great, but it certainly hasn't stopped me from using it the last few days. It hits good. Like I said, I love my Keen, but this thing's Cerakoted, so I don't smell like I've been playing in my piggy bank all day, counting out money to go buy, you know, some candy or whatever. I mean, it's a Mac. The Constant Contact from Unicorn Vapes, the Vert mod. It's pretty straightforward. Vape's great. You want to pick one out, head over to rangervapes.com. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're carrying them. Otherwise, on a completely separate note, those of you out there watching this, all the hobbyists and stuff, I'm sure you've probably heard about this 10-month deadline that the FDA got as part of their lawsuit from the Pediatric Association. I don't have it in front of me, don't remember all the organizations, don't particularly care who they are. But so, unless a couple things go down, they've got 10 months, and that means all your favorite juice companies, everybody, they're going to have to get out there, get their PMTA, you know, applications off, which is going to be expensive. Some of your favorite companies might go away if this goes through. As a small guy sitting at home, the only thing you can do yourself, follow Casa, Safada, Not Blowing Smoke. Get on Twitter. Twitter's the best place I've found for advocacy. Get on there, follow Suck My Mod, follow Dimitri, Grim Green. There's a lot of really great advocacy people that will keep you informed in what is going on right in your neck of the woods and in our country as a whole, because if we don't all get out there and do a little bit of something about it, then it's going to be too late, and unfortunately, that line of too late is just getting closer and closer to us. So, if you want to be able to keep seeing great stuff like this coming out, you know, amazing new flavors. I just picked up this one, this marshmallow, the one. I think I'm going to throw up a review for that in the next couple days. I just got that this morning, and I'm loving it. It's not what's in here. This is the Fruit Monster, which we've already reviewed. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. It's on the channel. Otherwise, guys, just be safe. Always with your Macs. Check your battery wraps. Know your Ohm's law. Build safely. Don't do any of this. I keep hearing stories about people doing this stupid shit of these builds down below a 0.10. I personally, I know the rules, and I'm not comfortable going that low. If you really think you know it well enough, make sure you're doing everything else you can be to be safe. Battery wraps, all that good stuff, properly charged. Use good batteries. I don't know if you noticed on the packaging, it said recommended Samsung 30Ts. Best 21700 on the market. You don't believe me? Head over to Instagram, check out Battery Mooch, jump over to his channel, look at Minding Your Moz. That's where I find out all my battery knowledge. Otherwise, you guys just keep doing what you're doing what you're doing. Enjoy what you got, and take it one vape at a time, guys. Thanks for stopping in.